Hey everybody, welcome to the Pine Cottage. My name is Nicole. Today we are going to talk about a lot of Christmas decorating. I do have a little bit of knitting to talk about and one book, but mostly it's going to be about my holiday decor and getting my house ready for Christmas because, as I mentioned in the last video, I was gathering a lot of finds, thrift finds and otherwise, for Christmas, and I did decorate. So I just wanted to share that whole process with all of you if you are interested in something like that. Don't mind my outfit today. I am bundled up because it is so cold outside and there's little snow flurries happening. So I wore this coat to take my daughter to school this morning and I just have not been able to take it off because it's chilly. And I don't like to turn my heat up because I like to bundle under blankets and warm clothes and put the fireplace on, so I don't turn the heat up. So I'm just gonna wear this and I hope that you guys don't care. First, let's talk some knitting. I finally finished my dad's vest and I'm so happy to have it done. I feel awful that it took this long, but it fits him perfectly. I blocked it. First, he tried it on the day before Thanksgiving. We were getting ready. We were preparing the turkey and I said, Dad, I'm almost done with this. Try it on. Let's see how it fits before I block it. And it fit him, but the length hit him right at the belt, right above the belt. And I was like, oh, it's going to be too short, but I think if I block it, it'll be fine. This thing grew so much. This was Knit Pick Swish DK and it grew lengthwise, which was perfect. I did knit the extra tall size, so I was hoping that it would, and it worked out great. So I blocked it and I gave it to him Saturday night. I took it over there. Today is Monday, and it was a little bit damp, and he tried it on, and it was great. And I don't know if he ended up wearing it to church on Sunday because Sammy is sick, so we didn't go to church, but it's finished and I'm so happy and I hope that he likes it. He says he does, but he's my dad, so I don't know if he would tell me if he didn't, but I think it is perfect for him. Yeah, glad to have that finished. And now I really can just concentrate on whatever I want to knit during the month of December and just to be doing some cozy knitting. I have quite a few long-term projects that I might want to work on. I have not been able to work on any of my scrappy projects like my Battenberg blanket or my granny stripe blanket. I do have the Best Friends butterfly baby blanket that I had started, so I think I'm just going to work on those things through the month of December. But before I do that, I'm actually going to knit 2 more of my Pine Cottage stockings. So if you watched the last couple of videos, I talk about the pattern that I released for Christmas stockings, and I had knit 2 of the stockings in a darker color, and I decided that I wanted all 4 of our stockings to match. So I bought some more of the Kramer Perfection DK yarn in the colorway Fluff so that I could have all 4 of our stockings be the same color. So I did start, I'm just doing the recipe for the plain stocking, for the cottage stocking. So I just did my rounds for the cuff and I just started my plain stockinette. So hopefully this won't take me too long. And I will knit a couple of those up, so those will be done. And then I'm gonna work on some scrappy projects, I think. I have a lot of other homemade things that I'm doing. I asked you guys for some recommendations of homemade Christmas gifts that you like to do, and you guys had some great ideas. So I'll share a couple of them up here because I think that they were so great, and I feel like if you're not someone who reads through all the comments, you might have missed them. So I'm going to share them with you right now. think those are some great ideas. I might actually do a simmer pot gift because one of my coworkers used to gift those to us every year, and that was my favorite thing because it does make the whole house smell so warm and cozy and Christmas-like. So I might gift that, but I also bought some accessories and things to make homemade soy candles with essential oils. So I'm gonna try that. I've never done it before, so it's gonna be a lot of practice and trial and error. So that might be part of the next video that I do. So I'm gonna be working on some candles. I'm gonna be doing some more jam making, so I'll bring you guys along for that. And just Christmas things, wrapping gifts, and just enjoying this month. It goes by so fast, and it's just my favorite time of year. So I am really glad to not have any deadlines, knitting deadlines this year, where I can just choose to do what I want to do during this month. So that was the only thing that I had to show you as far as knitting whips and talking about my knitting finished object. But I do have some acquisitions to show you. So I was subscribed to the Palmer Yarn Company and the Farmer's Daughter Fiber Yarn Company's Sock Squad and Palmer Yarn Company's sock subscription. They were both subscriptions where you get a sock set every month, and December is the last month of the subscription for both subscriptions. So I got the last set, and they are both beautiful. And I am not going to subscribe to any subscriptions this year because my dresser, my yarn dresser, is overflowing with yarn, and it's just time for me to start knitting through all of that. So I'm just gonna focus on what I have this year. But this was the Farmer's Daughter Fibers December sock set, and this is in the colorway Mother Magpie. And it's beautiful. These blues and teals, just beautiful. Very happy with that one. I'm glad I stuck it out until December and didn't end early. And this is the Palmer Yarn Company's December sock set in the colorway Mirth. And it's just stunning. So I have a lot of earthy colored, jewel toned socks coming my way this year. And so many socks that I had talked about a long time ago in a specific sock episode that I posted that I have not even touched. So I know specifically there was one that had pine trees on it. It was a little bit of color work. I really want to do that one this winter. So I will probably be revisiting that video to look at what my plans were because I had some yarn set aside for some of those designs. So yeah, a lot of sock knitting coming my way. And then the last acquisition that I have to show you is my 2024 Knotty Pine Advent Calendar. I did receive it, and it came in this cute tote bag, and all of the yarn is inside and numbered. And today is December 2nd, so I have not opened any of this. So we are going to open December 1st and 2nd today. And she sent a very sweet little card with all the colorway names. I'm really excited to see what Kayla dyed up this year. So let's look at December 1st and 2nd. I have to find the first, the second popped up. Okay. And they're so cute. They're wrapped up like little envelopes. So this is December 1st's colorway. And this is called Fancy. And it's this beautiful garnet color. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, if you guys have been here for a while, you know that I am not a fan of red. I do not consider this red. Like if I'm gonna do red, it's gonna be this. So it's gonna be like this garnet, maroon. It's more like, it's just like a garnet. This is the color red, if you want to call it that. that I prefer. So this is beautiful for Christmas time. When I was decorating this year, I tried to steer clear of reds. I really didn't have an option to steer clear with a lot of my ornaments because they are that bright Christmas red. But if I was going to choose a Christmas red, this would be it for sure. That's lovely and truly fancy. I feel like it matches the ribbon that I put on my chandelier here in the dining room. It's just that deep, like Victorian red. Really love it. Okay, December 2nd. Today, the colorway name is Delta Dawn. And this is a very soft rose color with some speckles. Let's look at this end. Some browns. Beautiful. And I really like those together, actually. Very curious to see how this is going to play out this year. Last year, it was very much a fade, and I feel like the year before it was very much a fade. So this looks to be a little bit different. So I'm really excited to see how this is all going to play out through the course of the month. So these are beautiful. This is day 1 and day 2, and I will show you in the next video the other ones that I opened from there. So I am not doing, you probably already guessed, I am not doing Advent Sunday videos this year. While it was very fun and I may do it again in the future, I'm just winging it this year, and I'm just going to record videos as I feel like I want to, and as I feel like I have something fun to show you, whether it be knitting or reading or simple living. They're just going to come up when they come up. So I'm not putting any deadlines on myself this year. So no Advent Sunday. But I really would like to do the Pine Cottage Cookie Parade again, because that was so fun. So if you are interested in doing that again, let's do it. So post your cookie pictures or your pictures of baking, whatever you're doing with your kids or your grandkids or on your own, to my Instagram page with the hashtag Pine Cottage Cookie Parade. And let's bake together, because that was really, really fun. I loved seeing everybody's cookies. And at the end, I will pick a winner to send some yarn. So I don't even know what the prize is going to be yet, but let's do it. That was fun. Hashtag Pine Cottage Cookie Parade 24. Put that at the end. And I know that's a really long hashtag, but I want to make sure that I differentiate between last year's. And we will do some baking. All right, now I want to talk about books. This is not a fiction or nonfiction. It's not like your normal book. I've been really reading and looking through a lot of my design books that I have, like my coffee table design books. And when I was in TJ Maxx looking for some holiday things, this one caught my eye, and so I bought it, and I'm so glad that I did. So I'm going to share it with you now. So this book is called Sacred Spaces, and I took the dust jacket off because I usually do, but I'll put a little picture of what the front of it looks like. And it has some beautiful photos of different people's homes. And the premise of the book is that she interviewed and took photos of people's homes who created their spaces and the spaces in their home out of their trials and through their healing process and through coming out the other end of things that they struggled with. And she herself is in recovery from addiction. She had some trauma that happened to her, sexual assault, when she was a teenager. And so the fact that she wrote this book and wanted to highlight other people's success through their struggles was really beautiful to me. And in a lot of places, I mean, this is a design book, right? So I was not expecting to feel so emotional over it, but in a lot of the stories, I did find myself getting very emotional. But there's some beautiful design photos in here and just a lot of inspiration. Our house was built in 1988, and it's very much like a builder grade home, you know, just cookie cutter like everybody else's in the neighborhood. And while that gives me a clean slate, I really, over time, am choosing little projects to do to really customize it and make it my own. And I know I've talked about that before. But when I look through books like this, it really helps me to hone in on different things that I would like to do in my own home. I have a lot of books like this that show like an English cottage style. I talked about, I think in the last one, like I'm a cross between like English cottage and Victorian, and I like to mash it up all together in kind of an eclectic way. So however that comes out, it comes out. But this book has just some beautiful, beautiful inspiration. And she also interviews her mother in here, who was a big source of healing for her and help for her. And they have a beautiful relationship now that she talks about. And I just think it's a wonderful book. Let me find another picture. Look at this little studio. So inspiring. That is the book that I wanted to highlight today because I just really enjoyed it. And I'm glad that I found it in TJ Maxx. Another thing that I purchased were signs for our stockings to hang on the mantle. And I just got them engraved with Mom, Dad, Nia, and Sammy. My daughter's name is Antonia, and we call her Nia. I purchased those. They came with this gold ribbon, but I'm going to change that to velvet ribbon, but I really love the signs, and I got them in a gold color. And they are from Dear Heart Signs on Etsy. I'm just going to show you around. So first I started by taking off all of the fall decorations and just wiping everything down. The fall decorations had been up since the end of September. So it had been a while. I was dusting around everything because this year, I don't know what got into me. I was just a maximalist with my decorating. I think part of it was I threw that party for my parents, so I had a lot of decor left over from the party, and I just utilized it in my home, which was way more than I had done in the past. So this was some of the fall stuff that I took down, and then some of the Christmas stuff that I was going to put up. I did find some good finds through Facebook Marketplace. I found a couple garlands, and this is what my fall mantle looked like on our fireplace. I had a candle in the middle. Some of those white pumpkins were from the party, and some of the leaves. So that was the mantle, and then I had my stockings up there. But anyway, I took everything down, wiped it down, cleaned it up, vacuumed. I don't know, are any of you like this where you just want to have the whole house clean before you decorate for the next season? Also, my son's watching a movie right now, so you probably hear that in the background. Sorry. So I was vacuuming. I love vacuum lines. Oh, they're so satisfying. And then once I got everything cleaned up, then I felt like I could start building some little vignettes for Christmas. So this is what ended up on my buffet table in the dining room. That deer is from Walmart this year. I saw him back at the end of August, and I just knew I had to have him. There's the deer that I showed you guys last video that I found at a thrift store. There's my baby Jesus that we've had for quite a while, and I just put little fairy lights around everything. There's some wooden houses that I've collected a lot of these things over several seasons from different places. There's that brass little bowl that I showed you guys. I just put a little fake tree in there. And I had the stockings hanging on command hooks, but they didn't really do the trick. So I had stocking holders from last year that I ended up using. And that little swag was new, also from Walmart. For the chandelier in the dining room, I was able to find some garland that I had from previous years and some wooden beads, and I'm tying velvet ribbon on each one of the lights. I still have my Harry Potter candles hanging from the ceiling from Halloween, and I feel like they transition nicely into Christmas, so I left them up, and just some different things around the house. I hope you enjoy stuff like this. I really had a lot of fun decorating for Christmas, and I feel like I'm still going. I dried some oranges this year. I found some candles to clip on my small tree. They're battery operated. I feel like everything is battery operated though, which is kind of frustrating because it's expensive to change batteries. But not having wires everywhere and cords is nice too. So I guess it's, pros and cons, right? Another thing that we do every year is we put these battery operated candles in the front windows. We have 7 windows in the front of our house, and for some reason I only had 6 of these candles put away, so I have no idea what I did with the 7th one. But you really can't notice. I just left the one for the library empty. But these just take a couple AA batteries, and then they have these little stands, and they have a little dot on the back of them that if you face them towards the window, they are operated by sunlight. So when the sun is shining during the day, they don't turn on, and then when it starts to get dark, they turn on. So that does reserve some of the battery power. I was really excited to decorate the outside this year, so I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Today's video is sponsored by Gardenreet. We've wanted to do some low voltage outdoor lighting for a while now, so when Gardenreet reached out to us, we were really excited to review their product. Immediately when we unboxed, we noticed how high the quality was. This is the transformer that they sent to wire all of the products. We requested 4 pathway lights and 2 spotlights, and this was the transformer to make sure that everything would be wired properly. Again, it's low voltage, so it's very safe. Gardenreet is heavy duty brushed brass. It's waterproof, so here in Northeast Ohio, we can use it in the wintertime and in the rain. And it also comes with a limited lifetime warranty. This is the spotlight, and it comes with this cover which is protective for the snow, which is great. And then this is the pathway light. This is one of 4, and they are tall, which is nice, so that the light can shine down on your landscaping and your sidewalk, your path, so that people can see where they're walking. And everything is very high quality, heavy brass material. There's the cover for the pathway light. The transformer has a timer, so you can set when you want your lights on versus when you want them off, so that they're not just on all day using up your electricity. Right now it gets dark very early, so we're having them turn on about 4 o'clock, and they're on through the night, and they turn off at 7 a.m. Gardenreet also has a QR code that you can scan to get installation instructions and other videos that show how other people have installed and can give recommendations. So that was very helpful when we were installing. Our outlet outside actually was broken, so this is the perfect time for Tony to test it and to replace our outlet. I always like to give him little projects to kind of motivate him to do things around the house, so this was perfect timing. So here we're setting up the wiring, and he is going to string the wire all along the back of my shrubs there, all the way around, because I wanted a spotlight on
the end of the house to shine on my rose bush in the spring and the summer, and then another spotlight right there by the front door to shine on the front door. I still need to get a Christmas wreath. I haven't gotten one yet. This lighting system can be used for your front landscaping, it can be used in your garden, it can be used however you want to use it for your home and for your family. I really wanted something that was going to illuminate the front of our house for aesthetics, but also for safety reasons. A lot of times, especially in the winter months, homes are very dark, and I just feel like this is an extra safety precaution. That's Tony with his with his little shovel trick. He is a great digger. He can dig so fast, so much faster than me. So I was praising him on his on his shoveling capabilities. So we dug a tunnel for the wiring so that we could bury it after the installation and it wouldn't be seen. So for the pathway lights, we were able just to push the plastic piece down, and then the wiring goes through it. There's a little hole on each side for the wiring to go through. And then you just screw on. And it was pretty cool, the connectors that come with this wiring. He didn't have to do a whole lot of stripping of the wiring. They had little prongs on the end where they just poked right into the wiring where you wanted them to connect. So it was fairly quick to be able to install this. We did this on a Saturday morning. We had movie tickets to go see Wicked at 3 o'clock, and so he was able to fix the outlet and install all of this within a couple of hours, which was really great. And we tested it out, and it was successful. So here are the pathway lights, and then this is how it looks at night. I'm so pleased with it. I really do need to get a Christmas wreath for my front door. I feel like that will just be the cherry on top. But we are so happy with this product. If you are looking for some outdoor lighting, I think that you will really be happy with this purchase. So thank you, Gardenreet, for sponsoring today's video. I can't put that in there. This tree is a small tree. I think it's a 6-foot tree that I had purchased a couple years ago just for fun when I was trying to be super minimal, and it came pre-lit and the bulbs died. So I was trying to take them off and it was a big pain in the butt, but I finally did it and I was able to just string new lights on, and it just really is a cute little tree. So I decided to put it in the dining room. And as I said, I dried oranges this year, and I decided to string them up on some kitchen twine string, is that what it's called, and decorate this tree with those. I also had purchased those little clip-on candles. And so this is a very simply decorated tree. There's no ornaments on it. It's just the candles and the lights and the oranges. Don't mind my clothes here. I was in my painting clothes because I'm working on painting the basement renovation. And you can see behind me, I was doing this on the night before Thanksgiving, so my Thanksgiving table is all set. And here is the finished product, and I think it turned out really cute.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is at the.pine.cottage, and I post more frequently there than I do here. I will be talking next time about some holiday homemade gifts that I plan to give and doing some Christmas wrapping, and I will show you some more knitting. So I hope you will join me then. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're from the US and you celebrated Thanksgiving. We had a beautiful time. We hosted here at our house just for my immediate family, so it was small and cozy and just a quiet holiday at home, and it was very nice. So I hope you guys had a wonderful one too, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.